Welcome to the weekly recap with Joey and Dave, talking about what happened this week, what musical things are happening, and music we like. Let's get on into it with Bigfoot. We're getting conspiracy theoried up this week because Bigfoot was seen in Colorado from like a helicopter. And Dave just looked at these videos for the first time just now. And coming in live is David. What are your thoughts, Dave?
Just now reacting to this footage. It looks pretty legit. It looks really weird, and his movements look regular. It doesn't look like a guy in a suit, but it kind of does look like a guy in a suit.
Well, like Bigfoot always will look like a guy in a suit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's like you can't really just say it's a guy in a suit because we look like Bigfoot, sort of, if we had a suit on. Yeah, so I don't know. That's probably one of the better videos I've seen of it. And he like crouches down and
He's that weird
with the grass.
Yeah, he's like, I must blend it. He does actually blend in.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
If there were to be a Bigfoot, I could see him roaming around those mountains.
Yeah.
Looking dusty and just blended in. Maybe that's his environment. Maybe it's not the forest. Maybe it's the mountains.
Yeah, maybe he just wanders wherever. Maybe there's the whole species.
Could be. Yeah, that looked weird. That looked real and weird.
Yeah, Bigfoot's one of the ones where I just never buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got nothing against the Bigfoot conspiracy theorist, but I'm never like, totally Bigfoot's real. Like, I'm more on like the alien train and like inside jobs of the government, stuff like that, conspiracy theories. This one I'm always like, it's been around for so long. Like, if Bigfoot was real back in the 60s or whenever they started talking about him, he'd be dead.
I think.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I think if there were to be Bigfoots, there would be multiple and not just one.
Yeah.
Right. And there would just be like that sort of thing going around.
There wouldn't be a one-off species one time.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of the discrediting is also just the people that look into Bigfoot stuff are always just like wacky.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not believing this fucking guy.
No.
Yeah, they're always the worst.
But that's indisputable evidence.
Yeah.
Then again, you can just get some 6'7" guy, put on a really realistic costume, walk around.
Yeah.
And like there's so many people that would love to probably do that and just troll people that are like Bigfoot enthusiasts. Only risk is that some crazy person might shoot you and try to have you as a prize. But
that's
like
true.
People would totally just like get the most hyper realistic costume possible and do exactly that.
Yes, and I could see with all this alien stuff going around right now that this would be a good time for that.
Yeah, they're like, let's bring Bigfoot back and talk about
throw him in the ring. I mean, we're talking about all this crazy stuff.
That's true. We're unboxing aliens, so
yeah, somebody's got to believe it.
Yeah. All right. So that's fun.
That was cool.
What's also going on is Travis Scott has officially kicked off his Circus Maximus tour. He just did show 4 last night, started in Charlotte on Wednesday. We saw him on Friday, Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are Travis Scott stans. He is high up there in our brains, and like my favorite concert ever was Travis Scott Astroworld in Raleigh. This is the 5th time seeing him, and by far the worst time.
By far.
Terrible.
But he canceled the concert last night.
What?
Yeah, Saturday. He canceled it.
I thought it was sold out.
He postponed it anyway.
I think postponed just meant that the doors were delayed.
No. It did not happen. He went and hung out with the UNC basketball team instead.
I thought that was during the day.
No, it didn't happen. It got canceled.
I was looking at like tickets and there were none available. But like there were some that were very expensive.
I looked at Reddit for this and like people were pissed about it because they like flew and got hotels and all this stuff. And it was also that plus the fare just made it the worst because all these people were pissed because it got canceled and they were waiting outside for a long time and then it didn't happen. And then they all had to leave with the fare traffic. Worst.
Holy fuck. I thought it happened.
No.
And I thought it was way more lit than our show.
Nope. We just got that one.
Holy fuck, man. Well, all right. So first of all, he didn't sell out our show. The floor was like half full. Right? He wasn't going to pack it like he normally did because safety issues.
Yeah.
But I've got a whole list of thoughts. I'm going to bring the iPad up here into view and just pull up my thoughts note. So starting off, the intro, like he did Haida, thank God, Modern Jam.
Mm-hmm.
During Modern Jam, he does his dancing, and he's just trying to be Tizo Touchdown. Like, the worst impression of Tizo ever. Like, he's running around like him. He wears the shoulder pads. Obviously, like, people can wear shoulder pads and not impersonate Tizo.
Yeah.
But he's just giving off that energy, and like Tizo's on the song. It's not like I'm paying tribute. It's like I'm trying to do what you're doing on this.
Yeah, he's just being super goofy with it. Like, super goofy and like not a cool way. It's like a Tizo Tyler energy.
Yeah, but Travis is not made for that.
No, he does not look good doing it.
He was dancing. He was going like this.
Yeah.
Literally like this on top. And I turned to Dave, just busting out laughing. I mean, I lost it. I was just straight up laughing at Travis Scott, and I felt bad.
Yeah, I've never had that sort of moment with him where I'm like,
no.
oh, brother,
No.
what the hell are you doing?
At any concert, I've never felt like that.
Yeah,
Even
it was embarrassing.
Even like the random screamo ones we end up at,
Mm-hmm.
never felt like that. I'm like, all right, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Travis was not doing his thing.
No, he was trying to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And it did not work.
No, that was bad. What's your list? Let's just go back and forth on our takes.
Yeah, so
line up
I think the things that really bothered me, or the biggest thing that really bothered me, was the sound just from the beginning. I don't know what was wrong, but it did not sound good. We've seen Travis Scott multiple times, as we said. It's never sounded like that, and
No.
I just don't think they know how to do it in that sort of stadium. I don't know if it's PNC or if it's his team or what, but it did not sound good. It came across just wide and like washed, and the vocals didn't line up with the backtrack. I don't think Chase B was up there. I think that was a different DJ. I think that fucked it up.
No, Chase B was on the stories. He was on Travis's Instagram stories.
Okay, so that was Chase B.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have thought, like,
Because he didn't say anything the whole time, and it's usually like, Chase B, let's go. All right, let's go, my dude. Whoa, go.
yeah, like there was no dynamic between them. That's why halfway through the concert, I was like, dude, that's not Chase B.
Because he was also wearing like long sleeves, pants, and a hat. So I was like, okay, they're going to try to pass this as Chase B and not show his tattoos. That was my thought.
Yeah, but I saw on Travis's Instagram story, he put it up the next day. But it was Chase B and it was that exact fit. So
Okay.
it was him.
All right. Well, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, it's like, my thought with it is, like, when Travis was coming up, him and Chase B were like a dynamic duo. Like, obviously it's Travis's show, but Travis fans love Chase B. He brings energy.
Yeah.
He does what a good DJ does. He's the best to do it.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And it's like, now Travis is trying to appeal to everyone, like not just his core fans, which is why he's for the first time ever, he's doing songs that are not his.
Mm.
Like,
yeah. True.
I get why he does I get why he does Praise God. I get why he did Gotti too. But it's like, he's never done that before. Unless that artist is there,
Yep.
he does not do other people's songs. He still doesn't need to, but it's like he's only doing songs that these like other people that are not his true core fans know him for.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't need to do that. And like, because of that, I feel like he took out Chase B. Because he's like, no one knows who the fuck Chase B is. He's like, this is my show now.
I guess that's just so dumb, though. It brings the energy down by so much.
So much.
And it's just not the same in your face. Here we fucking go. Let's sing this song together. It's more like, okay, we'll see what you do, brother. Get up there and impress us. And he was not doing that.
No.
Yeah, but I think just from the beginning, I mean, the way it sounded, it never got really fixed. Unless he did like Mamacita or songs that we all have heard before and he knows how to do. Those cut through a little bit more for some reason.
Yeah, it's like
Those
he
were okay.
switched back. So his autotune was different.
Yep.
He didn't do his crazy autotune, which is like, it's iconic for the Travis concert. So he sounded bad.
Yeah.
The mic screeched three times, at least 3 times, maybe more. The backtracks were washed out and like blown, and he was out of sync with them.
Yeah, there was like parts where it dropped and it wasn't supposed to drop, and it like got messed up and the timing was off. Like all of it was messed up.
Yeah.
All of it was really hard for him to have a good show with that. So I do feel for him on that aspect of it. But yeah, it was a mess. That was a mess.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
And as far as like the performance goes, so he has like a whole long ass stage, as opposed, like Asteroid, he had 2 stages was mostly on one. So everyone's just crowding the stage. And obviously he's really concerned about crowd safety now for very obvious reasons, and that's important. But he had this huge, long stage, and he only used half of it.
Yep.
And I get, like, he's not going to, like, run up and down the stage because that can, and, like, be in one spot for a while because that can cause the crowd to, like, mob one area, especially because the floor is half full, so people will try to move because they'll be front row. Because there was no one on the back half of the stage, or the front half, I guess you'd call it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, you can still use that stage a little bit more. It's like he doesn't know how to.
Yeah, and that's what I've written down here, like his stage presence and dynamic. And the whole time, I read an article about his newer performances, and this was going through my head the whole time. He is really good about putting energy in one direction and rage forward, but he's not very good at using the full stage and having that dynamic and stage presence to really pull in a surround thing. He's good at going like, you energy right there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He feeds off the one person,
Right.
a couple people he
And
sees.
he's like in it, but he's not good at doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the experience to do it, I think.
No.
Yeah. So not great.
That's a good take. What else did I have here? Other people's songs, the audio sounded awful. I mean, at one point, Meltdown was the peak. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
People are going to get more hype for this shitty version of Sicko Mode.
Right.
Granted, Fiend was actually the best part.
I was going to say Fiend.
And then, but like, that was 9/10 through the concert.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I said 9/10 and not 90% like
Right.
a normal person, but
Sure.
that's like almost at the end of the concert.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
took
like,
a while.
you want that energy out the gates. And it's like he tried to get it with the other songs because he was off, the crowd was off.
It was weird.
It was weird, man. And it's kind of sad that,
It was very sad. I was very sad for a lot of it.
yeah, I was like, fuck, man. Like, Travis, the Astroworld in Raleigh, like I said, was my favorite show ever. Not just of Travis's, but like all time. That show's energy was unmatched. It's actually featured in his Look Mom I Can Fly video a lot. Like, a lot of the clips from concerts are from that show. And it's just like, damn, bro, you go from one of the highest energy concerts at PNC to one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah. It was just, yeah, we know what he's capable of. We've seen how high he was, and just to see him fall like that was just very sad
Yeah.
and not the best. And I was just like, damn, I mean, his time is kind of over.
Yeah, I mean, I think he peaked with Astro. Like, everyone kind of knew, like, you couldn't get much better than that. Like,
Right.
you're going to have a downhill decline after your, like, #1 record-breaking album.
Yeah.
You started a music festival for, you got a Key to the City for, like,
Yeah. I mean,
did so much.
you're going to have a decline, but just all the stuff that he has to kind of face at this point to try to get back in, like, good graces or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's just a lot of stuff against him. So it's tough.
it is tough.
Just tough. So, yeah, there was that. I mean, we can keep going on about all this.
I'll say one final thing. So, obviously, like I said, we're very opinionated when it comes to these concerts for Travis because we have seen him at his best, and for a long time we've seen him. But we saw the concert with one guy who had never seen Travis. He was like, that was sick, man. And I think for people that don't know Travis, it's still a good show, minus the shitty audio. But what he does, like, it's still good. He is capable of so much more, and we've seen him do so much more. And I think not real Travis Scott fans. There are real Travis Scott fans that have never seen him, but like, you know,
just have
people that have seen him do his best are going to be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. I was trying to look for like outrage on, I didn't go on Twitter. I went on Reddit, but there's nothing. Like, I tried to find like people.
Well, he's only 3 shows in.
I know, but I was going to try to find somebody that saw that Raleigh show and be like, that sucked. And there wasn't anything, which maybe, you know, there's nothing yet, but I didn't see anything.
And Mike can tell you, and what really got under my skin is like Complex is going to hype him up, obviously. And like the headlines from Complex are like, Travis shut it down in Charlotte. Travis brought his A game for show 1 and 2. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then,
Like, his Instagram post looked cool. I was like, oh, that makes it look cool. And he was like, Raleigh, y'all were turned. I was like, no, we were not. We were not. It was not turn, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of his social media stuff is going to make it look cool, but
Yeah. He's not going to be like, I had a bad concert, guys. Fuck you.
yeah. I think he was even kind of like, I thought he was pissed at the end.
I did too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, last thing, the outro.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking terrible. So he does Goosebumps. Great. He goes into the crowd for it. Awesome. That gets people riled up. He goes and then what's the fucking song with SZA?
Till the
Telekinesis.
yeah.
Telekinesis starts playing. Travis has very limited stuff on that. He's really just like the chorus vocals kind of in the background, really. So he doesn't have a verse on it. And it like cuts to him. He goes back behind the stage and it's like the visuals up top are showing him like walk to the stage and he kind of posts up at one point and he's like singing. You're like, he's about to come back out. And then the screen fades to black and then it just outros with SZA. So he wasn't even on the stage for his entire last song.
I will say I knew that was going to happen because that's what he did in the Rome show. So I knew that's what he does.
I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
At least be on there for like the first half. Like, I don't know. It just kind of leaves you blue balled a little bit.
yeah. With the Rome show, it was cool because he had like a little world back there and then he went into a car. Like there was a whole thing and he didn't do any of that.
Yeah, he just walked behind the stage.
Yeah. So not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say all this and then the next day, all I did was listen to Utopia to start my day. That's all I wanted to listen to, which is just bizarre.
No.
It was just in my head and I was like, fuck, man, I really need to hear Utopia Twins right now.
No.
I mean, fair. I'm not listening to it today, but the day after I was. Travis, we still love you, but that show was dog poop, man.
Yeah. I hope you have some redeeming shows for your sake.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on to new music we like. Now that we just shit on Travis for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because, like,
What's some new stuff that doesn't sound like Travis Scott? Something that I like that came out, Set It Off with Offset, which has a Travis Scott feature on it. And that song's actually pretty good.
yeah, that album's good.
Yeah, that album's really good. I'm glad that Offset came out with some quality stuff, especially after Takeoff. I feel like, some adversity in your life makes you make better music. So at least that's one positive side of it. So that's
dark.
Yeah, I mean, that
Yeah, obviously.
knows though. Like
Yeah.
he talks about it, and I think his grandma died too, which is sad. But it makes you make deeper cuts and more positive impact in your music. So
That's fair.
yeah, that's good. That's just good trap music by your boy Offset. Shout out to Migos. And then the rest by Boy Genius, just a little 4-piece meal for you if you like Phoebe Bridgers or that type of slow, minimal, stripped back kind of music. Give you the little goosebumps. Give that a listen, man. It's pretty good.
Nice. I got 2 today. I got Glass House by Joe P.
Yep.
I mean, if Joe P puts something out, I'm going to shout him out because that man makes such good music. And this is one of his best singles. I mean, all the singles are good, but this Glass House is so freaking good, man. It's so catchy. It's one of those songs that everyone should like. Not like everyone needs to listen to it, but like no one's going to be like, yo, that song sucks, man. Turn that shit off. Like, it's fucking good. It's got a nice little message, just Joe P doing his thing. And the other one is Try by the Mazingers, I think is how yeah. They're almost like White Stripes meets pop punk. They're really good. And with like a little indie in there. They're a nice little rock band, and someone put me onto them like a year and a half ago, and I like kind of listened to them. Then I saw this song, I was like, oh, this looks good. Put this on. I was like, holy shit, this song hits, man. The Zingers are with a good song, Try, and a lot of the music's very like just rock. If you like rock music of any sort, you're gonna like this band.
Hell yeah. The Mazingers.
The Mazingers.
It's a fun name.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Joe P too. Glass House is a really good song. So I've been bumping more indie stuff this week because I went and saw Will Dorado and they were really good. So that kind of got me on a wave. So Will Dorado, if you've never heard of them, go listen to their music. They're very good. It's a good fall vibe. We're kind of in the midst of their prime time. So if you want a song to listen to, Rubble to Rubble, Astronauts, Dogs, Sirens, Help Me Down, all of those are very quality. And then another band that I have been listening to is called Slow Pulp. They're a little newer to the scene, but they have a very strong fan base, and they have songs like High, Slugs, and Falling Apart that I really enjoy. And I have been listening to those, and they're good, and you should listen to them too.
Nice. I got one thing for Ben Bumpin', and that's Mr. Scott. I mean, with the concert this week, I was going to prepare. Spammed nothing but that in Tizo Touchdown, and I loved every second of it. And I really have a breakdown of Utopia in my head now of what songs kind of blow.
Yep.
But goddamn, those songs that are good are freaking good, man. So, yeah, I've been bumping Scott and Tizo. So, there's that. Well, welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed our Travis Scott concert breakdown. And make sure you drop a rating on this if you're listening on Spotify, or a like if you're listening on YouTube. We really appreciate that. Hit subscribe. Don't miss an episode. We got this stuff coming out every week for y'all. And check out the playlist J&D put you on. It's where music we talk about, new and Ben Bumpin' stuff. It's a little out there. We put it on there. So you can just go add songs off of that, and it's kind of like a Discover Weekly, but by us. So that's all we got for you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.